RWBY is licensed and produced by Rooster Teeth and created by Monty Ohm. Please support the official release. Hello, little Jack here with the final to RWBY Volume 7, Chapter 13. The Enemy of Trust is, I guess, doubt, because we have plenty of that going around right now. Yeah, final time. Last time we had all the battles. No, that's not entirely true. We still have Juniper versus Neapolitan. We have, I guess, RWBY versus Ironwood, and Winter versus Cinder, Winter and Penny versus Cinder. So yeah, we kind of still have all the battles to go. But we had, we had like the Crow Clover Tyrion fight because Robin is kind of a hot hat, turns out, as well as RWBY versus the Aesops. Both fights pretty dang amazing, and yeah, no need to spell it out, but Clover died. And that, like last time, I feel like I so horribly underreacted to it because I was so sure that Crow was the one who's gonna die, but I'm glad he wasn't. And then, like, I was supposed to be upset that Clover just died, but I was more internally happy that it wasn't Crow, so yeah, mixed feelings all around. But anyway, speaking of, Crow is probably wanted for murder now because, you know, Tyrion used his weapon, and although I feel like explaining that you had a wanted psychopath mass murderer on your ship who is now conveniently missing should give him a bit of a benefit of a doubt, but, you know, they already were wanted because, you know, to begin with, the whole thing of them supposedly, they were supposed to be taken into custody, and then a ship crashes and one of the Aesops is dead, just so happened to be the weapon of the Huntsman who already was wanted, so it's like, I kind of get why you'd want to take him in, and he's probably going to resist arrest further, because, you know, so that's a thing. Also, yeah, Winter and Penny, with Winter somehow, like, giving Penny the worst possible advice for their cause, but at the same time great advice for this whole being a human thing, standing in for what's right, and all that. And defending the Winter Maiden, so on and so forth, instead of, you know, murdering her in the process. By the way, wouldn't it be somewhat awesome if Penny became the Winter Maiden? That'd be a thing. Like, you always have this whole questioning thing of, yeah, she has a soul, but is she human? I mean, I know from RWBY's perspective, or from our perspective, she obviously is as human as it gets, but I feel like sort of magic acknowledging her as a human being because the soul is all that matters, that'd be a big thing. Would also be somewhat nice if Winter wasn't the Winter Maiden, because just the dumb names. Then again, we already have Cinderfall, so, but there I sort of have like this, the option that she maybe made the name up herself, so whoops, it's kind of willy-nilly anyway. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Because I just hope, like, come on guys, how long have we missed this episode? 24, subtracting like 3 minutes at the end for the credits song that usually happens, so a good 20-minute episode, not bad, not bad. But please, please guys, stick the landing. It's been so long. Volume 6 was great, but you kind of flopped at the ending there, and Volume 4 and 5, where we don't talk about those. So please, guys, okay? Just stick the ending. Let's get into this. And 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy.
Give up. We've got you outnumbered.
That's for sure, yeah?
All right, then.
How impenetrable is the parasol, by the way? The faces she makes throughout all of this is great. Oh, that's neat. Oh yeah, Dust. You should really give the whole team fighting a bit of more of a try.
Where'd she go?
Freeze! We gotta move!
Yeah, that too. Poor Oscar! So that was cut short. For now. Yeah, Grim Armor is still a thing.
You Atlas elites are all the same. You think hoarding power means you'll have it forever, but it just makes the rest of us hungrier.
The hunger again, huh?
And I refuse to starve.
But you don't want to talk about like having power forever, eh? Yeah, maybe give the whole like main power a try. That could work. Damn!
I have come too far to be
What's
stopped
with
by
the
some
fucking music?
toy!
I love how everybody's flying, by the way. Can we just point that out? Well, when there's more riding, and that's bad, yeah.
What are you doing? My life doesn't matter.
I disagree.
Oh. Yeah, seriously, though, it would be really bad news if Cinder got through with the Maiden, though. Oh, god damn it. You really shouldn't let him fall behind, though, like...
Guys,
Of all the people.
they went this way. Come on, hurry!
Nah, god damn it. Well, you had me, honestly. That was nice.
No, Oscar!
Neo is so unfair. Like, all the unfair.
Stop! Drop your weapons! Fall back! This way!
That was rude, wasn't it?
You had your time in the sun. But now I'm afraid your time is up.
Yes. I've been waiting here
Oh.
for some time, I think. What was I waiting for?
What indeed, eh?
Me.
Probably not.
No.
Damn!
I had a job to do.
Badass old guy! Or girl. Oh! Well, she's been a maid for a few decades, so... Make of that what you will.
What is that?
That's the power of a fully realized maiden.
Yep.
It's too cold. We have to do something.
Too cold for a human, eh?
Penny!
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
We weren't ready to become huntsmen.
That's not true.
I mean, you did a plenty
Why
good
aren't
job.
we holding the relic? Now Salem has the lamp, Ironwood has the staff, and we have nothing!
Ren, that's enough.
A bit worked up, eh?
Anybody there? Can you hear me?
Our scrolls? Doctor!
Finest mind in Atlas! What are you doing?
Grabbing our getaway ship. We need to hightail it out of here. Where are you?
The Academy training room.
We slipped away from some soldiers, but it won't be long before the— Ah!
They're here!
Find you?
We're on
Yeah.
our way. Just stick together.
Oscar? Oscar!
I'm sorry, but you all need to go on without me.
What are you talking about? There's
Gotta
something
get back
I
the
have
lamp.
to do alone.
Or the staff, perhaps. If it's with Ironwood. Go, Penny!
Are you okay?
That's like the first person to ask!
I was supposed to protect the power of the Maiden. Until I was ready. I worry I may have lost track of time.
Perhaps a
But
bit.
you can tell James that I'm ready. Now. Ma'am, if you do that, I'll be gone. I know I have a hard time remembering, but I remember that.
Go, old girl! Well, it is strangely beautiful, though, isn't
What's
it?
your name?
It's Penny, ma'am.
Oh, please let it actually happen. Now that I said it.
Penny. Are you the one?
Well, better than nothing. Oh boy. But by the way, like, I mean, Ironwood still needs the Winter Maiden, aka Winter, as he thinks to get here.
Winter, thank you. I know that must have been difficult. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. The stance too, I love it. That disappointed look. He really can pull off an Aspen if he wants to.
Whom do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Still just me.
I love the muscle memory sort of.
It was smart of you
Getting in
not
there.
to bring the lamp down here. I wouldn't trust me either right now.
Trust is what I'm hoping to fix. I know we can still figure this out. All of it. Together. Please.
Do you intend to fight me?
No.
He really
That's
doesn't
exactly
want
what she
to.
wants.
Yeah.
I guess it's because of us, but holding it helps calm me down when I'm afraid.
You still think I'm afraid?
We all are.
You should
What
be,
we do
honestly.
in our fear that reveals—
That's easy for you to say! You can label me whatever you'd like. But the fact of the matter is, I was right! The minute I softened, let my guard down, that's when Salem had her opening.
If you abandon Mantle, you abandon our best chance of reuniting the world. You abandon Remnant, leaving millions to fend for themselves so a few can survive. What kind
All excellent philosophical points that
Go,
won't
Oscar.
matter if Salem wins.
Listen to me!
No, you listen. I am done letting others' inability to see the big picture get in the way of doing what's right. Robin, the council, this kingdom, even you.
And you're as dangerous as she is, James.
James, it's what my friends call me.
Eh?
To you, it's General.
Well, that was a fairly simple matter. Not that I really believe Oscar to be dead, but you know. People don't die if they fall into bottomless pits. Ever.
She's mine!
Well, there goes that thing. And this is a really bad time to be running out of juice, camera.
No.
Okay, can grow back. Probably still hurts a fair bit. But hey, you got her focus now. Everything! We're like halfway point. How the highest, by the way? I don't know. Do magic. Do something. This is freaking much. Snowflake. Everything. Called it. And the cane and everything, I can't! Ruby too, by the way. What is it doing? Nope. In your face. Oscar did a thing and everything. Oh my god, I can't. Ah!
The single quality that is common across every living creature on this planet is fear.
Okay. Taking a real deep dive now, eh?
Winter!
So apparently the silver eyes don't really hurt maidens.
What
then
did you do?
It's funny then that as common as fear is, we so easily underestimate its power.
Are you alright?
Poor Penny.
Penny, what happened?
She's gone.
No. She's a part of you now.
Fear of growing close to someone.
So he's not really resisting
that.
then.
Loss. Fear of failure.
Failure, eh? Again. So what about the lamp now, though? I mean, I still hold up that Neo isn't really working for Cinder.
And as more people depend on you, those fears can take on greater power. But fear itself isn't worthy of concern.
Oh, a storm is rolling in, eh? Oh wait, he's free falling from Atlas, okay.
It is who we become while in its clutches.
I thought he was kind of the Mindscape thing at first.
I suggest you all surrender.
To whom?
And comply with the General's orders.
We can't do that.
Wise.
I suggest you run.
No, you're hurt! I'm not going to leave you like this.
You're not leaving me. I'm giving you a head start. This is Special Operative Schnee in need of immediate medical.
It's also like weird to see
Send
Winter with her hair down like that.
Reinforcements. Over.
We all have to carve out our own way.
Really cutting ties with her family now, eh?
We need to go.
Penny gonna go with them now?
Will you be proud of that person?
Yay! Penny joins the party!
Will you forgive them?
And
Will
accept
you
them.
Understand why they felt the need to do the things they did?
Well, Nier is there anyway.
Will you even recognize them?
Well, go
The
figure.
person staring back at you be the very thing you should have feared from the start.
I guess that means the staff is
Suppose
secure.
we all find out, sooner or later.
Oh yeah, the storm is running in, eh? Nice landing. Cat.
That power.
Come on.
These memories. You're back, aren't you? You saved me.
Actually,
I would say you saved yourself.
You saved us.
Or us. Us works too.
Oscar,
Stop. All I want to know is how we save Atlas next.
So you're just like kind of hightailing out of there without Oscar?
We've got multiple hostiles on radar. Is anyone else seeing this?
These readings can't be right.
Nope. On her way. Oh, okay, pick one. That's fair. God damn it. Not happy about that one at all. Yeah, man, I know. Okay.
If you'd rather not talk about this, there's always a chance that we might remain in ignorant bliss. Most of the time, we coast along, safe from the storm. We follow our hearts, trust what feels right, keep to the norm. We are lucky if our lives can avoid
Cinnamon Heart. Oh boy. Well, it's back to waiting another year. Okay, I want to talk about my just a disappointment of Salem first. Unfortunately, I was so hoping she wasn't gonna show up. Like Grim Army, okay, but why now? Why do you sit in your citadel of darkness for eons doing nothing? Literally nothing. You just sit there and be evil. Instead of, I don't know, taking the maidens and the relics by yourself? Was that not an option until now? Why live in secrecy? Why? God damn it. You know, I was sort of banking on the hope that, I don't know, Ozpin somehow managed to, like, sort of seal her there, imprison her, whatever, so she has to rely on her agents in that sense. But no, she could have left anytime she wanted. And, you know, wrecked shit. That's so annoying. God damn it. Oh well. Oh well. So, the good stuff. Because, well, I'm the type that really easily gets hyped for these kind of scenes at the end. So, like, at the end post-episode discussion, I'm always so happy, hyped kind of thing. Like, I had the same thing with Volume 6. I'm initially so happy, and it takes me, like, some weeks to sort of reflect back and say, I could have been better, that sort of thing. And in that sense, I, once again, don't really know what to do. Like, I loved it, really. I thought they did an amazing job of this ending. And most importantly of all, they didn't wrap up Atlas at all. Salem's coming, and, like, Oscar is kind of like a mantle now. Neo gave Cinder the relic, and with Salem on her way, that's, like, very easy to hand over now. Whatever the hell she's gonna do with her one question, I don't know. And yeah, lots of loose ends. And yay for that, because, you know, you can't end a volume, a season, and not wrap everything up because you've got more to go. I feel like sort of like the previous volumes often tried to do that, or rather they did. Technically, they didn't just try. And like, it kind of came at the cost of quality in the last few episodes. You had this sort of like, you know, we need to wrap up everything and then be on our way to a new location. We had Volume 4 sort of wrapped up by being on our way to Mistral. Now we had Volume 5 wrapped up by Raven and Cinder leaving. Quasi, like, you know, Cinder was dead. And I say dead on a big quotes because even then I said she wasn't dead. Because nobody who falls into bottomless pit ever dies. Period. Yeah, and, you know, we sort of tried to leave it a bit open, sort of where we're gonna go now, but the more or less main story in Mistral was wrapped up. Then Volume 6, we were on our way to Atlas, but we kind of had to, like, stop at Argus, and then we sort of left with actually on our way to Atlas. And now we have an open end for once. Yay! You can't do that. And I'm glad. Because, like, I feel like sort of all of the subtle threads that were going on there are wrapped up. We got the Winter Maiden dealt with. Well, that's a horrible way to put it, like that, seeing as she just died. And Penny! I called that! Not exactly how I thought it was gonna, like, turn out. I did think the Winter Maiden was just straight up gonna die. I mean, she did, obviously, that kind of has to happen, but, like, you know, get murdered, perhaps by Winter or by Cinder. But instead of Winter, as everybody thought was going to happen, she would instead see Penny, or like, you know, see the better in her after the fight and whatnot. So kind of thought it was going to go down differently. I don't mind at all how this turned out, because everything works in my opinion. Penny's the best choice to get to her in her weird power rage thing that she did. And she was a senile old lady, so apparently, like, she appeared a bit senile there. And yeah, then Winter barged in, cut off Cinder's arm, which, you know, Cinder has a horrible tunnel vision in regards to that. Okay, big question that now is, RWBY used her silver eyes. Perhaps she targeted them at Cinder, I don't know, but I did originally assume that the silver eyes were more of an, you know, anti-dark god kind of thing. And seeing as both magic and the Grim are products from the God of Darkness, I figured that, like, yeah, her power worked against Grim because that's the most common relic of the God of Darkness that you're going to run into, but it also works against magic as a general anti-magic kind of thing, which is why it hurt Cinder back in Volume 3, or more like Volume 4, but you get the idea. And that was my original idea on that, but seeing as Penny was completely fine being caught in the blast radius, might not be the case after all. Like, it's just, what happened to Cinder at Beacon then? For her to get, like, so roughed up. She had the full Maiden power against RWBY. Like, what did RWBY do, goddammit? Did she cause the powers to go out of control or something, so Cinder burned herself? That's an option, I guess, but same problem. Why is Penny fine then? Because she got the power by natural means then, perhaps, instead of Cinder, who quote-unquote stole it? At least half of it, the other half she did technically get. Like, you get the problem I'm facing here, right? Anyway, yeah, so we can still use the Grim Arm as an excuse for RWBY to be able to use them, the Silver Eyes, I mean. And yeah. So in the end, it was sort of Oscar versus Ironwood, although you can't really call it the versus at all. But as I said in the previous episode, it's kind of fine because, you know, he can't get to the staff anyway without the Winter Maiden, which is now out of his hands. Lucky us. I love Oscar's entire, like, thing that he did there with Ironwood. Even without Ozpin around, he has so much of the muscle memory already. He just walks in the same mannerism, the same aura, so to say, as Ozpin, and I love that somehow. Like, he's always done that, all the way back. Well, not always. He kind of only showed up in Volume 5 anyway. But in Volume 6, where he was more pushed to the background after Ozpin left, you still saw him basically always having the same posture as Ozpin, and I did love it. So the cane did a thing. I don't know what the cane did, because, like, Oscar did the same energy ball thing that Ozpin did. So, but his aura was broken. Does he just have the same semblance? Was it the cane after all? I'm really not sure. Like, he had to grab it as he was free falling, so maybe it is kind of part of the cane. Seeing as, you know, Ozpin did use it too back in the Cinder fight, and it had nothing to do with semblance at all. It's an option. But I did love the duality of, like, everything going on at the same time. It was, like, such a thrill ride throughout the entire thing as everything was happening. Yeah, Ironwood is off on the bad side kind of thing. Like, I said it before, I sort of get him on the big picture part, because Salem is coming and you're kind of defenseless against her now, so you're screwed. Partially, at least. And it's with that sort of mindset that I get him. I know he's sort of supposed to be off on the evil side, and I did love Oscar comparing him to Salem in that regard. Yeah. What else? Neo. Her fight was great. I love that she somehow was able to... Well, she really more or less fought them one-on-one. But, yeah. She's amazing. And I generally love her and all her facial expressions she just casually puts on as she was more or less toying with them. But she got the relic, and she got it to Cinder, and she was then left somewhat disappointed because Cinder was completely dismissive of her, go figure. So turns out Neo was more or less working with Cinder because even though she's mainly after RWBY, she's sort of going along with Cinder's plans for now, and the big baddie is here. But let's see what that does for Neo's opinions of things. Because most people don't want to work towards the end of the world. It's kind of iffy. Frankly, I have no idea how Salem even manages to recruit people at all. Like, Tyrion is one thing, he's insane. Cinder is power-hungry bitch, basically, so you just have to promise her power, and there you go, that's a free agent. But Watts. Like, I get that Watts is, like, sort of pissed off that, Penny's father got more respect and acknowledgement, or funding, or whatever he got, technically. To the point where he staged his own death and then went to Salem somehow. Again, not really sure how that worked out, but yeah, I know that Arthur is a delightfully despicable person, but it kind of makes me wonder, how do you get to Salem and work towards the end of the world? Maybe he doesn't know that, but still. Also, RWBY used her silver eyes, by the way. I kind of glanced over that, but she very consciously and just matter-of-factly did that. So that's great. And yeah, Salem's coming. Not happy about that, as I said. Oscar down in Mantle. And I guess, like, RWBY and co. are not just gonna run away without Crow, without Oscar, and Salem literally about to invade. So there. That's a lot of stuff going on, and oh my god. Yeah, I thought it was amazing. Just straight up. And as always, I don't know if this is just my post-episode glow that I always have, where I just see the positive in everything. Which is not really a negative thing to say about someone, right? That they only see the good thing and stuff, even though I'm usually a very cynical person. No, but just the hype and everything, it makes it hard for me to see the bad stuff in episodes, season finales like that sometimes. Also, I'm not gonna read the RWBY like forum discussions on Reddit or whatever, because they are such a downer usually. It's downright depressing, but in any case, that was great. I loved it. What more do you want? Well, perhaps for you yourself to enjoy it, but I have no influence over that. So, yeah, back to waiting a year. Oh well, 3/4 of one. To Volume 8. Oh god. I need to digest this all, I'm sorry. So, anyway, that's all for now. On the next volume, see you then.